evening, my beautiful people. Good evening, my beautiful people. And grand rising. Good evening and grand rising, my beautiful people. Grand rising to all my overseas brothers and sisters, and good evening to all my in-state brothers and sisters. How y'all doing tonight, man? Thank you, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. How y'all beautiful people doing tonight? How y'all beautiful people doing tonight? How y'all beautiful people doing tonight? Yo, man, hey, first and foremost, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Big ups to y'all, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're done with the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumb with the video. Don't forget to share the content, man. Share the Bearded Conversation content. Hey, secondly, big ups to the best moderators in the podcasting game, man. Big ups to young boy Maya Bucks. Big ups to Master Teacher Fox Die. Big ups to TLS. And don't forget about Preston McKenzie, a.k.a. Brother P. Mac. And my big bro for show, bringing up the real Professor Remo Williams, man. Big ups. Oh, and our first female moderator here on Bearded Conversation, Miss Gigi Gaming Palace. Big ups to all my moderators. You know what I'm saying? Hey, with that being said, man, check it out, man. Make sure y'all check out Lynn Chicago Pizza, located 17561 South Kesey and Hazel Crest, Illinois. 17561 South Kesey and Hazel Crest, Illinois. Also,
big on Vince, Theory, Frame, Rag and
I don't know what that's about. Also, don't forget to check out what's going on here. Also, don't forget to check out, I don't know what's going on. I hit the wrong button now. My bad, y'all. Also, don't forget to check out Cafe with Grown Folks Play after you put something in your belly. You know what I'm saying? Located 17553 South Kesey. Also located in Hazel Crest, Illinois. And if you're on the far south side, man, don't forget to check out Dan Soul Food and Bakery, located 2523 West 79th Street. Good cooking, good down-home southern cooking. Y'all will love it. Guarantee y'all will love it. And if you're in the surrounding suburban areas, make sure you check out the House of Health and Wellness. That's the House of Health and Wellness for all your medical needs. Located 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213. Again, that's 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213. Make sure y'all check them out, man. And when y'all get there, don't forget to let them know that Bearded Conversation sent ya. With that being said, I think we can go ahead and start the show. Hold on, let me cut that up a little bit. Let it. I like that, y'all. I like that. Oh, don't forget, man, 8/21/24. Bearded Conversation will be doing its first youth event. Bearded Conversation will be doing its first youth event / back to school. Trying to give away 40 book bags. So, hey, help your boy out, support your boy, follow the movement, man. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and when you get to the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Hey, and support your boy. Hit the CASHAPP, $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. That's $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. Again, that's $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. We're trying to give away 40 book bags at this youth event / back to school. Trying to give away 40 book bags and fill them up with school supplies, paper, pencils, pens, ruler, you know what I'm saying, index cards, you know, the essentials, maybe some glue, and some sanitizer, stuff like that. It's what they be asking for nowadays. So, you know, we trying to do that, man. So support your boy again, man. Hit the CASHAPP, $ Bearded Bucks. Support your boy. Follow us on all social media platforms. That's me, that's Roscoe, and your boy L Boogie, man. And that's Bearded Conversation. And if you want the merch, don't forget, man, hit us up on Instagram. Don't forget to check out the Instagram page. That's Off the Block Beard Gang _apparel. That's Off the Block Beard Gang _apparel on Instagram. You can DM us. We do custom design. So you hit us up, let us know what you want, and we'll get to you. So with that being said, let's get the show on the road. Yo. Welcome, my beautiful people, for joining me in another episode of Bearded Conversation. I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan. And unfortunately, I'm by myself today, so there's no Roscoe and there's no L Boogie. And man, you know, hey, y'all know what today is. If y'all don't know, y'all know now, man. It's It's Wild Ass Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So today, man, I just want to touch on a few topics. You know, it's Wild Ass Wednesday here on Bearded Conversation, man. I want to touch on a few topics. Um, Yo, Mr. McKenzie, how you doing out there, man? I got one moderator in the building. I got one of my moderators in the building, man. Good looking, good looking, good looking. Hey, so first and foremost, man, you know, like I say, man, it's Wild Ass Wednesday. Hey, today I want to talk about hmm, let's see. Fear being our biggest enemy. What are we scared of? And um this new thing that's going on. Well, it's not a new thing, but it's becoming more heavy and prevalent you know, in today's um conscious should I say, conscious world, conscious society, or conscious form on the internet. Aboriginals and or indigenous people or black folks or melanated brothers and sisters thinking they're indigenous to the Americas and not indigenous to the continent of Africa. So I wanted to come on and discuss that because uh, oh, hold on, my beautiful people, hold on, my beautiful people, hold on, hold on. I'm back, my people. I'm back, my people. Somebody was knocking. Had to take care of that. See who that was. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, now topic of discussion: fear. What are we afraid of? And also, um, this new this well, it's not again, like I said, it's not a new thing. It's but it's becoming more prevalent. Like I say, in the conscious form. Whether melanated brothers and sisters are indigenous to the continent of the Americas, or whether we're indigenous to the continent of Africa. I just wanted to get you people's input on where y'all think y'all from and how that worked for y'all because I know a lot of people grandmamas told them that they was Indian and they had Indian in their blood. You know, I know a lot of people shea butter. Hey, shea butter is good, man. Love shea butter, y'all. Hey, so a lot of folks, grandmothers, told them that they had Indian in their blood. They was Cherokee or they was this or they was that. And then a lot of times, we got peoples from the Carolinas and the Virginias who tend to believe that that a lot of their ancestral ships was what's that, the Chickasaw and things of that nature. So we got a lot of people out here today. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw no names out there, but I'm pretty sure if you guys get on the internet and you search it up, you'll see a lot of black people. You know, so yeah, you say your family came from France. But so brother moderator, you said your family came from France. So when you say that, have you have you done DNA or genealogy? Now those are two different things. So your grandfather came to America in the '60s. Okay, but now, so how did you get? But do you claim? Okay, so let me ask you a question, brother moderator. Um, so do you claim um that you're a melanated brother, or do you claim that you're a Frenchman? What do you claim? First, let me ask that. You not getting in nobody business or nothing like that. We're just having an open discussion about, you know what I'm saying? Uh I haven't did my DNA, but I have had family members um, you know, participate in the DNA thing. And I support it. I encourage it. Don't get me wrong. I just never got around to it because it can be pretty taxing, pretty expensive. And so you want to save up and make sure you okay, again, okay, but again, not trying to change anyone's narrative or understanding. So I always say this, I say this. So because science likes to say that the world was a Pangea. the world was together. So, my theory on that, whether it's true or not, or my science on it is, wherever you was at when the world broke apart, that's where you stayed and developed and evolved at. You know what I'm saying? So, like he said, his grandfather came from France and came to America in 1906, but he considered himself a melanated individual. Maybe his mom's black or somewhere in there. You got, but again, there were a group of people that were considered the Black European. I'm saying on the melanated European, we're going to use that tectonic plates. Yeah, when the ships or the plates, when the Pangea was together, was what I'm saying, and so, but we still got scientists that say that's not it, that's not true, it's incorrect. But if you look at it at the world, it looks like a puzzle. It looks like you can fit all the pieces together. So you do got your things, so called things as melanated Europeans. Also, you have Negritos. Negritos are from the Philippine Islands, and they're black people. I mean, melanated people with curly hair. You also have, what I'm saying, the melanated people in China. So, and again, scientists and scholars claim that, see, so this is my thing because they like to put it on the Egyptians. Well, the Egyptians didn't travel with African. So when we thinking about traveling, 9 times out of 10 we think about the most advanced and evolved civilization um at that time, and that civilization would have been Egypt. But not only Egypt, but within inside of the continent, what I'm saying, from East Africa. Yes, we are from everywhere. But see, but when you do your DNA, see, so when you say we from everywhere, see, so it's a different. So it's let me break it down. So when you do your DNA is going to let you know what percentage of what you may have in you. Now, when you get into the haplogroups, the different type of haplogroups, that's where this DNA traveled and started to intermix with something, and then this DNA travel and start and it shows the path of travel and where the evolution, what I'm saying, well, the final spot of the evolution, what I'm saying, or where you may be from, but it again, there's still a starting point. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us that's here in America, it's this big thing that they call themselves the Abos or the Aboriginals or indigenous people because they claim it's a difference between indigenous, Aboriginal, and Native. It's insane because they try to say America is the Egypt. They say it's more. Yeah. So yeah. Well, so with the genealogy, um, genealogy is so far so because you have four. Well, actually, you got more. You actually have 8 grandmothers and 8 grandfathers on both sides. So you would have to be able to trace back and be able to talk to your mom's mom and then your mom's mom, or if they left something about their mom's mom. You know what I'm saying? And father, same thing, same thing, same thing. Um, some people, the furthest um out of our melanated brothers and sisters that I know of, the furthest that they can trace their lineage back or the genealogy back is to I want to say the early 1500s, so that's the 16th century, I believe. um, Early 16th century. Um, as far as paperwork, documents, and things of that nature, and you got to think about well, documents can be falsified because that's where you get the $5 Indian or pretendian or whatever you want to call it, and then you get the mass migration of Europeans, paying that little money, and now they on reservation. It's a lot, but um, that's neither here nor there because that those are a lot of things still happening and going on that we're trying to get up out of. So things like that's gonna happen. He said, "Let me tickle you and tell you, my great grandfather was Jewish." Oh, hey, hold on, man, wait, because I'm already 15 minutes in. Hey, the thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of us. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversation are the thoughts, views, and opinions of us. We don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend here on Bearded Conversation. Again, we don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend here on Bearded Conversation. You know what I'm saying? This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. One more time, informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? That's what this video stream is for. So don't take anything shown on this video stream for face value or at face value. Any advice, don't take any advice, you know what I'm saying? So without consulting to proper professional. If you think you want to do something, don't do it unless you go talk to somebody that can really lead you down there. Because I don't want you going out here starting no revolts, robbing no banks, telling your boss what he can do and how he can turn it and where to shove it. None of that, because you can't get no money out of me. And apparently, as you can see, you can't get no money out of my co-hosts because they not here. But yeah, man, like I say, so we don't mean to hurt, harm, or offend. We just having good discussion, good discourse. If anybody want to hit the link is at the top of the chat. I will be putting the link in the chat periodically for those who want to come in um and enjoy the chat. Um, so yeah, but we got to put that out there, man. What I'm saying, got to put my disclaimers out there because I don't want nobody coming on here thinking, oh well, he think he knows. No, this is my opinion. These, mind you, things that I have looked up, researched, and and again, I can only speak for myself when it comes to my genealogy and my DNA. A lot of us don't believe in DNA. Well, a lot of those people who call themselves Aboriginals don't believe in DNA. So my thing is this. So to bring it together with the fear, my thing is, so what is the fear about being um from the continent of Alkebulan, Africa, Kemet, or whatever you want to call it? What is the big misnomer? What is the big deal about being from that continent? You know what I'm saying? A lot of there are a lot of successful people, a lot of good successful people. Because we just had an episode where we talked about how they parade, the Hollywood celebrity in front of us, and those are the things we go for. But it's deeper than that. It's a fear within inside of ourselves. It's a fear that we seem to tend to not know how to get rid of or get over. Um, Therapy is a way, but I believe just back to that village. We need that village again. We need to be able to tell the neighbor's kid this, that, or the third, and she needs to be able to tell my kid. Because we need to get rid of that fear. We need to understand that you are a beautiful person. You are. You know what I'm saying? I am that I am. um like the moderator put in the chat, if you do want to check out your DNA. 23andMe is a source. AfricanAncestry.com as well as Ancestry.com. It's a few sites. And then when you get it, we talked about this before in the previous episode, but um again, like I said, it's been heavy, heavy, heavy in the conscious community, and I've been seeing a lot of more people pushing this upon our people. Again, it's just more separation, it's just more fear, you know. Um, Saying that we have to accept this or be part of this in order to get this. When why not just either disband everything that we doing, or either rather, well, it's better than either, or either just let it be. You can be this, you can be this, and you can be this, but just let's come together and conform one constructive nation. You know what I'm saying? And let and we can let others inside of, well, not let others, but let us that's already in this nation. If we decide to be grouped here, let us group here. Let us, let us still have our beliefs, because a lot of times, I mean, that's how most systems operate anyway. At first, it was like it was only a single belief. You couldn't believe, if you didn't believe this, they would kill you, stone you, ban you, whatever the case may be. Now, 2024, I don't know if that was a better way. I'm not saying it was a better way. I'm not saying how we live in today is a better way. It's that's up for an individual's liking. But for me, well, I'm not gonna say but for me, but that's up to an individual's liking. But now in 2024, in today's times, in our system of government, even though they say you don't get persecuted, or they say you don't get banned, or you're not going to get canceled, and all these things, and we still have these things going on. But what I'm saying is, inside of our government that we have now, you can be Catholic, you can be Muslim, you can be Jewish, you can be Hebrew Israelite, you can be whatever you want to be, you know. And people still go to the voting polls. You still vote for whoever. So why not us be able to do that with us? What's the fear of unity? What's the fear of us learning each other, understanding each other, respecting each other, loving each other, and doing for each other? What's the fear in that? you know um I think we should give it a try. I'm speaking to my, well, I'm not going to make that, um I'm not going to narrow that. So what I will say, I would like that for all people. that understanding, that respect, that love, that lack of fear, that more understanding for all people to embrace and know and unify with everybody. Most definitely bearded conversation supports nothing but positivity on that end. But for people, for people without a nation, for people without a language, for people without no economics, for people that's the lowest on supposedly on the education platform, as a people in that sense, you know I feel as though we need to change that. We need to try to figure out a way to get better, man. We need to figure out a way to get better with that. We need to figure out a way to get better with that. Um, and one of the ways that I feel we can do that is just, again, it don't hurt to help and support each other. It don't brother moderator, you look just like your grandfather. It don't hurt. It look like a white. No, no. He look, yeah. What you can tell. You can tell. You can tell. Yeah, he looked like one of the dapper debonair Frenchmen. He looked like one of them debonair dapper Frenchmen, sweeping women off their feet, talking French. So but then you get your Creoles, y'all. You know, down in Louisiana, speaking of Portois. Speaking of Portois, I'll put that link back up in there for you, brother. I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah, so and again, so we all then intermixed and intermingled with each other, and now we are what we are. But again, but when you trace, like I say, but when you do your DNA, and find out, so most of us don't want to admit it, but when you do your DNA, you find out, most of us find out that we're from most countries in West Africa. You get a few people um in the southern part, that has majority southern part, or some people that has majority southern Eastern African. But that's when you get into your haplogroups. I'm not well versed in haplogroups. um I understand a little from what I have seen, but I'm not well versed in haplogroups to sit here and actually break them down. But what I will do, I can do this and let you know what they are. You know what I'm saying? But because a lot of these, so when you're doing your DNA and when you're doing your genealogy, and sometimes things don't match up. See, now you have your haplogroups, and your haplogroups can better give you an understanding of why some things may have turned out the way they turned out. We have Miss Kimber here, Miss Starworth. She was on the show, and I wanted her to actually. I asked her. She said she would have no problem. I remember when we did have an episode about this DNA. Um, she said she wouldn't have no problem with coming back on, talking about it. Haplogroup. Okay. Man, let me let y'all know what it is. Here we go. A haplotype is a group of what alleles in an organism that is inherited together from a single parent, and a haplogroup, haploid, from Greek haplus, one-fold, simple, and English group, is a group of similar haplotypes that share a common ancestor with a single nucleotide polymorphism mutation. Again, is a group of similar haplotypes that share a common ancestor with a single nucleotide polymorphism mutation. More specifically, a haplotype is a combination of alleles at different chromosomal regions that are closely linked and that tend to be inherited together. As a haplogroup consists of similar haplotypes, it is usually possible to predict a haplogroup from haplotypes. Haplogroup pertain to a single line of descent. As such, membership of a haplogroup by an individual relies on a relatively small proportion of the genetic material possessed by that individual. Each haplogroup originates from and remains part of a preceding single haplogroup or paragroup. As such, any related group of haplogroups may be precisely modeled as a nested hierarchy, in which each set haplogroup is a also a subset of a single broader set, as opposed, that is, to biparental models such as human family trees. Haplogroups can be further divided into subclades. Haplogroups are normally identified by initials, letters, or alphabets, and refinement consists of additional numbers and letter combinations, such as, for example, A1, A1A. The alphabet, the alphabetical nomenclature was published in 2002 by Y Chromosome Consortium. That's it. I ain't gonna read no more. But yeah, so there's a difference between a haplotype and a haplogroup. Okay, okay. Good evening, brother, master teacher. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm all right, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing
Yeah,
well.
great discussion going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wanna what hey, what it is, brother Remo? What's going on, brother Remo?
Oh, you got a triple threat. Oh Lord.
Mm. So yeah, man. So but again, a lot of times, we when we talk about things, a lot of people like, oh man, my grandmama say we Indian, or my granddaddy was this and that. But then, when you do your DNA, you might got like 0.9 or 2.3 or 1.1% Native American or indigenous anything in you, and most of your ancestryship comes from either the West, most of ours, because see, and then here goes another thing. So and people that claim that indigenous or aboriginal thing, they tend to believe that the transatlantic, this is what we call it because we're being politically correct. The transatlantic slave trade, you know what I'm saying? So since this
Yeah, that's the mantra nowadays. Yeah.
yeah, they trying to say it didn't happen, and a lot of us were already here. Now, I can believe what they said. So here you go. Yes, I do believe that a lot of people were indigenous already to where they were. That I do believe, that I can accept. But to attach yourself, uh but then some groups say, well, we're not the Indians that you think we talking about, like the people that they put up on those reservations and yada yada yada. See, because a lot of people don't know that Indians enslaved, we're gonna call them African Americans for the sake of the show. They go that word again, but melanated brothers and sisters as well during those times. And a lot of times, that's how a lot of us who claim that we are Indians or have Indian descent, a lot of times that's how we have it, because they took us as slave, or they bought us as slaves. And again, it's the same thing that the Caucasian did, or any other group did that conquered. They had sex, they mated, had sex. You know what I'm saying? They procreated. You know, through the intermingling and the dominance. And again, we were slaves. So now, I can say they were brothers and sisters that was probably already here, but were they intermingling and mixing? Probably not. They probably were a warring tribe or a fighting tribe, or something to that effect, because usually that's what happens. Hey, speaking of, he said, well, they just identified. Speaking as Puerto Rican, man, the Puerto Rican, they having a Puerto Rican fest tomorrow at Humboldt Park. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to the Puerto Ricans, man, and the Puerto Ricans fest in Humboldt
Yeah,
Park,
I
man. You
used
know
to
what
work
I'm
over at Humboldt Park. That was
saying? Yeah, big
association
ups to
house.
them.
People.
So Puerto Ricans are actually what's called Taino Indians, and also African slaves. So the Aboriginals tend to claim that they dropped the slaves off in South America, and no slaves actually stepped foot on what is called North America. What'd you say? You say you said additionally all have gone through some form of slavery. Yeah, yeah, but that but brother, yeah, all have, but not like how we did. Like so, and not being a black apologetic. I'm not saying that you are, man. Sometimes, man, that has a lot of bearing on people's psyche, and that's not something that you forget. Do the Jewish people let you forget about the Holocaust? No, they don't. No, they don't. Do the gay listen? Do the community let you forget about their laws and rights when they pushing what they pushing? No, they don't. What about when the Chinese was out here getting beat up? Or no, they made laws and put things in play to protect them. So we need to be doing the same thing. But like again, we got this stigma, we got this fear that we don't want to be attached to a continent because we think that continent is poor. Or because they put the visions on the commercials that the kids with the big bellies and with the flies on the eyeball, you know, and we here, so we tend to not want to associate ourselves with that type of vision. You know what I'm saying, brother master
Propaganda.
teacher?
You talking about
Yeah,
propaganda? Yeah.
yeah. So, and that's the same propaganda that Hitler used to convince a whole group of people to look and be a certain way, and he didn't even look the way he was trying to make the people to go. I mean, of course things come out later, and great minds do great things, so it's understandable. But again, that propaganda, man, that's still prevalent and heavy right now. How you think they get us to go to these fast food joints?
You use Hitler. That's kind of controversial, so be careful because he was a Christian too, right?
uh, no, he was a Jew. He was a Jew. He wasn't Christian.
Well, okay.
He was a Jew.
If you read his book Mein Kampf, it has some, I don't know.
Yeah, but they didn't pull it and found the documents. He tried to actually blow up the town that he was from so they wouldn't find these documents.
Now
It's
that's a lot.
It's a documentary on it. Yeah.
Was it a Netflix special or something?
No, I didn't see it on Netflix. This was like a cable, like on some cable network. I can't think of which cable network it on, but I'm pretty sure you can Google about any documentary on Hitler and about that. Yeah, it'll tell you.
Okay, I'll do my research.
Yeah.
I did put some important links in there so you can check out. But
yeah, I think I'm gonna get into him. But see, and then that's why he had the darker hair.
Well, you're getting into biology, you know that, right?
Hitler was trying to push a Aryan nation of blonde hair, blue eyes, and he didn't have neither.
Right. And I've also brought up, was it Henrietta Lacks? They took her stem cells for regenerative processes. Yeah. And if you look at Johns Hopkins, so yeah.
Dominant versus recessive genes.
Yeah, that's the core of biology or natural selection, right?
What Professor Remo say? Willie Lynch syndrome was implemented just to keep the enslaved in an enslaved mindset, regardless of their freedom status. But yeah, Willie Lynch was a start, but now, like I say, it's the propaganda and the vision that because right now half these kids don't even know who Willie Lynch is or what Willie Lynch was. Now the effect is still there, true, but at the rate we acting and at the rate we going, I don't think that Willie Lynch still got an effect like that.
I don't know. Why do we play the dozens with each other so much? Do you see the
but then some people will say, well, it's done in fun. That's how we pass the time. It's comedy. That's in fun. That's why we play the dozens with each other. We do it like or for competitive nature, or just to have something to do to pass the time. See, but it's not only us. I see a lot of other cultures do it as well.
Well, I'm not limited to just our culture.
But
I can tell an Asian person or an Indian person stop playing with me. They understand that quite clearly. I can't tell my own people that. They think, oh, So that stems from that letter. I think it's just a theory.
I mean, psychologically, don't get me wrong. Okay, maybe I worded that wrong. Psychologically, yes, it's still but okay. So I would say for people like us, if we were still acting that way, I feel as though it would have a bigger effect because we knew about it. We know about it, and we would be more attached to it than today's generation because half of these, they don't even know how to read. Ain't never heard of Willie Lynch.
Yeah, but they can play the dozens. I'm just saying it's generational.
Yeah, but then again, that's that but that might be the epigenetics, you know what I'm saying? That's just in the blood.
I know we talking about that ancestry.com, 21andMe. Yeah, man, we'll look that up.
Might just be in the blood, but yeah. So, and I mean, just like when one episode we was talking about Cam Newton, and that's how that whole incident started. You know, them trash talking with each other, which could have been completely avoided.
I didn't want to go there.
You know, which could have been completely avoided. So Remo, what you say, Remo? Remo, when Remo in the building, he in the building, and he was slow down, Twitter finger. Willie Lynch syndrome was all about buffering the difference between young and old, light and dark, men versus women. Yeah.
He just clarified what I said earlier. It doesn't matter the race. It's like it's a pit against each other, a crabs in the barrel thing, but it's on an international level almost.
He said, can disagree with you on the point on slavery because this generation knows nothing about slavery or oppression. Right.
No, they don't. Right. That's a good point.
Right. You know, that's right. So, but when I brought up the fact of slavery, I was talking about the Aboriginals and the people who feel as though that they native to the Americas and they don't believe that the slave trade.
I mean, I was listening to you while I was eating my chicken.
But that's why I brought up the slavery part. But the Willie Lynch part would be more of a conjecture and correlated related with the youth because of the psychological trauma that might have. Now slavery, because people try to play, people try to play that slavery down when they were indentured and they were returned back to. Bro, it's a lot of documents. Do you know it's books and documents that say that the slaves that came over here, they were indentured and a lot of them were returned back to their homeland.
Yeah, but see, you know that, bro. Yeah. And there's that old saying we used to use back in Toma days is the Hosea, right? My people perish for the lack of what?
The knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. And if you didn't have nobody there teaching you, just lynching it onto the current topic, their homes, our tribes or communities, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. But good morning, Miss Larissa. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Why do you think we fear being connected to we're gonna call it Africa for the sake of the conversation.
Oh, you talking to Larissa?
No, I'm talking to you, brother. I'm asking you this question.
I know you. Hello, I thought you.
I mean, but I'm asking everybody in the chat. I'm asking my moderators. I'm asking the people that's watching. But I'm discoursing with you. I'm asking everybody, but you per se, because you master teacher, you right here with me. Why do you think? Well, if you think or may not think, but what is your opinion or your thought on melanated individuals being scared to link themselves, not necessarily attached, but just link themselves with being connected with having ancestral or any type of DNA to Africa?
Well, we talked about this, and that was a deep question. So kudos to that. And I'll say this before I get further: you don't have to always call your master teacher. I'm just a teacher.
No, man, that's your name. You master teacher, man.
Oh, I got some fire for that one. I was like, okay.
You master teacher, and that's Professor Remo. I got young boy Maya Bucks, and I got P-Mac, aka Preston McKenzie. Hey, brother TLS, I can't say his name. I can't say his name. Hey, TLS. Hey, man, I got some of the best moderators in the podcast game. And big ups to the first female Miss Gigi Gaming Palace moderator. All right, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I know you. Let's get your moment. But back to the question at hand. It reminds me of a quote, and I think you know this one too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they say in order to be considered a black person, whether or not you're talking about melanin, that's the skin, right? Color. How's it go? You have to have at least one drop of
blood. Yeah.
Right? So when you're talking about biology and and physics, it culminates all the sciences, biology, chemistry. So you're talking about all of them because the pinnacle of physics is alchemy, and we've had discussions on the Philosopher's Stone, blah blah blah, masonry, keep going, right? So at the end of it all, you have to look at the people's stigma, because I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm putting you on the spot, but I know your answer already. Are you a flat earther, or you think the world is a globe?
I'm both.
Okay, see, the fact that you're on the fence answers your question, right? There's this understanding of what we want to understand and what we've experienced or experimented with, and you can knock science all night long, but you're talking about scientific concepts and you're talking about natural selection. It goes on and on. So I think a lot of people are just fighting the science of things and they're choosing what they want to believe because it's what's comfortable. That's where I would couch that, sir. I'm gonna land that plane there.
Okay, so now with the blood thing, I don't know how it is now, but in earlier years, that was dependent upon the state. That state um participated in a I believe it was a survey or whatever type of consensus, and they came together. Whatever state you was in, they it could have been a third or fifth or 1/16 or whatever. That was a state. That was a state at one point in time. It was a state mandated thing, about our blood. If it was inside of another, what I'm saying, nation, or how much of our blood inside of that other nation would consider that other nation what we were.
I mean, okay, but I got pushback, but I don't know how to gently push back.
No, I was saying,
look,
I was just letting you know. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay, I know. Yeah, I got where you're going, but the fact you brought it up is like it's just refining my point. Like, how we define what's a mud and what's not a mud. Two, my second question is a follow up. Your bacteria, right? So does that make you a mud still, no matter what you are? I'm gonna leave those two questions there, but I had four more. I'm just
it just make you bacteria in my eyes. See, but even with that, why does it take a certain amount of our blood? See, what's the separate? Why does it take a certain amount or a drop of our blood to change? You know what I'm saying? To change what another person becomes. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? Now
it circles back to the point: propaganda, social engineering. Like you fight your own point though.
No, I'm not. So I'm
well,
just
I don't know. Maybe playing devil's advocate again. I don't know.
I'm not biting the point. I don't have a point. I see. My point is, I'm who I am, regardless of whatever somebody thinks. I don't hate that I'm from nowhere. I'm asking the question: why do you think?
I said none of those things. I was just like trying to take you down, Alice in Wonderland.
And then sometimes science ain't always got it right. Just like people ain't always got it right.
Yeah, but science admits it, but religion doesn't. That's the problem here.
Well, I don't do that. Let me okay. Because the professor say, because we know all Africans from whence we came don't like us at all. We are essentially the red-headed stepchild. So us who have been separated have stopped seeking the approval of the African. Okay, but then stop saying that, because it's y'all don't like people over here. Don't like
the rabbit hole he went.
Yeah, but people over here don't like them neither. So it's not about what a person don't like, because hey, I done seen the Americans date Africans. I done seen the Africans date Americans. I done seen them get married. So we can't necessarily say that now.
Well, what about social currency though? He has a point, because in Japan and other countries, how you are identified and how you are in social currency really determines the wealth of your life. So you saying who cares? Well, I don't know. What if we take away money in America and use social currency like they do? It'd be a tricky system, and you wouldn't be able to say, I don't care. You might be banned the next day.
Yeah, that's because we ain't got no pool. we haven't created any social currency. We haven't created or facilitated a construct where we could create our own social currency to combat or fight or even get in the pot with other places. So I mean, man, shout out to USPAP, man. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag USPAP, United States Pan African Political Party, man. That's one of the things we need to jump on to get us some social currency, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them know I ain't gonna say Black Lives Matter. That's too cliche, and I ain't with that movement no way, but let them know, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we here. You know what I'm saying? We ready. We educated. You know what I'm saying? We work hard. We got things going for us, and we trying to build. So, man, like I say, I'm always looking for like-minded individuals, man. I love building with y'all, but we just got to find more people like this, man, to come together and make a movement and make something happen. You say what you say? You say it's one what? He said it was 1/5. Okay, 1/5. And then he say, we don't know how to use it. Well,
Thanks for the correction. I figured it was. I said a drop, but I'm thankful for the dimension.
Yeah, it was 1/5, and then he said we do got social currency. We just don't know how to use it. Well,
wow, that's why I brought that up. Leave that alone.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Fox on this one, brother. I don't see no social currency that we got. But I don't think. Do you think America gonna move over into that where it has to be? It has to get to that point where we have to use social currency.
You asking me?
Yeah. Over here in America.
You want the real answer or the nice answer?
I want the real answer. Let's build a conversation.
Real answer, I said, because it takes more explanation. That's why I was like, when we talked about it, I was surprised you forgot this. Remember? Okay, story time. Work. That's why I was asking that question. Be good. Remember I said I worked at the government?
Right.
Right. So it was Lawrence Livermore National Labs, and I remember coming back after all that crazy stuff. It was like a mini boot camp for scientists. And honestly, I told you they had something called Lab Book. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And what did I tell you it was used for?
I don't remember.
Oh my goodness. This is why you're asking me this question. So I said, I was talking to you like when I was overseas every now and then. I checked in with some. Like, bro, do you know they have something called Lab Book, which pretty much started with Mark Zuckerberg in the national labs. And that's how he got to know scientists and all who's who. So it was such a rave that I think he dropped out or something, right? And he created Facebook. Okay, I'm just leading you to my point.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah, kind of like this. Yeah,
so
like
social media is what we're using even right now. Your platform, and all that goes into an algorithm. Mm-hmm. Now you remember another notable point was Snowden, right?
Yeah.
When I got to Livermore, I told you in California, I was like, "Why are you talking about this Snowden guy? This dude had to be snuck off to, I think, Moscow,
or something like that."
And made a movie about him too.
Yeah.
So, right, how far away from this is the raw answer. I just watched X-Men and Mr. Sinner's. Just like I'm just segueing. There's a parallel, so you can see where I'm at with this. He actually like got this behind the scenes going on to eliminate all the X-Men. If you're caught up on X-Men 97, and he has a way to infiltrate minds of even Jean Grey. Right now, stop there, or as y'all say, pause. And think about how they have a nice little back doorway into all of everyone's minds. And then also bring it back to the main topic, social currency. No, sir, I think it's already been enacted. We talk about it all the time with Facebook. When you talk about things and you think no one's listening, it just pops up on your phone. Why you think I always say, y'all be like telling me, especially you and some of my family members, stop posting online. I said they already.
Yeah.
What are you hiding from? I mean, like, what do you? They got your social security.
I know the people. People don't need to know your business.
I just want you to think about that.
Well, people don't need to know your business, man. That's why I say that shit. You know, people be nosy, man. But so again, not to get too far away from fear being our biggest enemy, and why we just can't seem to attach ourselves. Like I say, man, with all the propaganda, all the negativity that they put in front of our eyes, man. Then, like I said, we got so many groups, bro. Like the Hebrew Israelites saying that we part of this tribe, but we come from here, bro. And then you got your Moors that saying, well, we come from here. And then, like I say, now you got these Aboriginals or so-called indigenous brothers and sisters, saying, well, we come from here, and we like, what is the that's really some trauma. I would love to get a lot of these people in the room and just like with the therapist and even myself and just listen to
I can't do it.
No, but I would love to listen to see hearing someone say these things over the internet versus being in front of them, or feeling the compassion, feeling the vibration in their voice.
That sounds like a lot of
undertones. You can tell you can tell the trauma. You can tell if they for real, if they sincere, if they really believe what they talking. Sometimes you can get in front of somebody and they just be talking. Oh man, he just talking. You know what I'm saying? He doing this for, you know what I'm saying? And some people you like this. Ding back really
care about people, man. That's so awesome.
Well, not necessarily caring about people, but just trying to make a change for our people. Because look, man, hey, if World War III finna happen, what do we got? Nothing.
We got a lot. We got those that stay quiet for a reason, and we have those that we got to help. So
What I'm talking about is as far as a nation, as far as like man, if this war was to jump off and happen right now, bro, we still fighting somebody else's war. We still letting somebody educate our youth. We still letting the propaganda get inside our households, and we can't control the media. And even if you don't watch TV, even if you don't, then when your kids get out here, because you got to let them get out here, because once they become a certain age, they got the experience and go through life. you know, a lot of things be culture shocks to them, because a lot of things that we shielded them from, we didn't explain it to them because we shielded it from them. Not saying everybody, some people get out there and they found out what's going on, but that fear of not being and not knowing and not being in tune and touch with yourself and where you come from. Not saying again, that's why I say don't attach yourself to it, but don't cut off the link to it. Of course, back then, yeah, okay, whatever, kings, queens, whatever you want to call them, it ain't that now. Just like I always say, bro, it's a caste system. Everybody can't be rich. Everybody can't be poor. Everybody can't be middle class. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Do we have the capabilities to achieve such? We do, but then without that, there won't be a system. It wouldn't be a pecking order. The yin versus yang, the light and the dark, how the sun rises in the sky and the moon, how the sun governs the day and the moon governs the night. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he's talking.
So you got
okay.
oh my goodness, I don't know nothing about Freemasonry. I'm just talking esoterically and philosophically.
Yeah, okay. You didn't use that word to back it up. Yes, that's not cool.
I'm thinking humanities rather.
Esoteric. Come on, piper tonight.
I'm speaking humanities, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just like I say, the duality, I don't believe necessarily, like, don't get me wrong. This might sound crazy, but I don't think you can have good without evil or evil without good. That's why, when you study the Kundalinis, you got your higher self and lower self. I believe in that
you
concept.
Said that right. You said I don't think. I just want to give you kudos. I tell my students also. Stop saying I believe it's this. No, what do you think? And then I got to step back. So yeah, you're right. You cannot have one or the other. They exist together. Like think of colors. They are a combination of different things. Dark without light is kind of pointless.
So and don't get me wrong, like brother moderator say, he got a brother that's a lawyer and 3 family members that's medicine. Yeah, I know. I got people, and we do like my daughters. Like, man, I mean, she ain't there yet, but big ups, kudos to my oldest. Big ups to Imani, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, at the University of Wisconsin, man. You know what I'm saying? Out there trying to be a doctor and thing. Hey, and big ups to my little one other AJ. If you watching, son, I love you. Hey, that's the best co-host in the world, though, AJ. But yeah, so we all know good, prominent people. But again, the togetherness, the unity, because of the fear. See, that's the thing. Like, yeah, those people in your circle, and maybe some of those people might be willing to engage or encompass others inside of that circle. But as a whole, well, I'm not. Let me stop that. I'm not going to even say a whole, but as an inkling of a portion of a group. You know what I'm saying? I know, because I know you can't get the whole, because everybody don't agree with everything, but a group of us, man, a group of prominent people, a group of lawyers, a group of doctors, a group of accountants, a group of financial people, a group of agricultural people, and we come together, and come up with a system and develop a system, and implement that system inside of that community that we build, and figure out how we gonna economically fund it, and the things we can do to fund it. See, just like when I be speaking about, bro, we don't be. That's what I mean when I say we don't develop our people, and especially when it's time for them to go to these political offices, we don't develop our people. Just like a lot of people didn't know Cornel West was running for office, for the presidency. Now, whether he was a good candidate or not, I don't know, because I didn't hear about him too much. But when I found out, I started to stay in tune. But we didn't have nothing, or I'm not gonna say we didn't have nothing. How many black people do you think actually tried to find out the cause he was for to put money into backing him? Nobody. That's why you ain't see no commercials. That's why you ain't see no publications with him on it. That's why when I mentioned the brother, it was sad that a lot of us didn't even know that he was running for the presidency. But you know about the Bidens, you know about the Trumps. We even knew about the woman. You know, that it's that fear of like I say, we all know good people, but that fear of coming together and just being and I don't know if it's just us or if it's other people, but we tend not to like, oh man, you know, it might not like man, stop being so ain't nothing wrong with being optimistic, ain't nothing wrong with being pessimistic, but sometimes, brother, we ain't nothing wrong with being both. You don't know what's gonna happen until we
ding,
try.
ding, 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 ding.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's gonna happen until we try. But we knock it down and dispel it before we even give it a try. It's so that fear, that fear, man, like, bro, if we really stepped outside ourselves and was so you know how sometimes when we see things or we learn things and we be like, wow, like that's I ain't know that. You know, sometimes how your adrenaline's get the flowing or when it's something that you're really into and you learning it.
It's called the zone.
If we knew how to intake that energy when we learning about how we were in previous civilizations and what we did and the things that we did in the rulership that we had in the lands that we control. If we was able to take that energy, man, and grab a hold of that energy and reconstruct that energy and bottle it up and put it back inside of us, man, and just stop, let it take effect, and just go. You know what I'm saying? And just go. We wouldn't care that it was other like again, like I say, bro, it's the unity thing for me. It shouldn't be this damn hard to unify, man. It shouldn't be this damn hard to come together. It's just insane that the more we see on TV, the more we see on YouTube's, the more we see on streaming channels, the more these music companies, the more these dumbass little artists come out with all this bullshit. Excuse my French music that they love, and we keep it going. When someone speaks about the positiveness or production or trying to make a change, and let me tell you something, man. Change ain't gonna always be fun, y'all. Fear ain't fun. Overcoming your fear ain't fun. Then once you overcome that fear and you can do that, it still ain't nothing, you know, it's always gonna be some little obstacle or journey or something that you gotta overcome. You know what I'm saying, to get to where you need to get to. And then when you get to the top, guess what? You still gonna have to work because you want to stay there, don't you? You still gotta learn. You always you're constantly gonna be a student of anything. Cause even if you're not in school, you're still a student of life because life's gonna show you something every day. I don't give a hell if you got a mouthpiece, if you can slick and finesse. I don't give a hell if you got a prominent career. Life's gonna show you something every day. And 9 times out of 10, we usually don't beat life. Either we ain't got the time, the know-how, or the resources. So what's wrong with getting together to help to help us out, man? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with getting together to help us out learning it, man. What you say, Brother Remo? There go Brother Remo. He said the reason things like this don't get off the ground floor is we know that as soon as we build something, the powers that be will burn it down with extreme prejudice. We have seen it before. And I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But again, man, bro, if we gonna keep saying that shit, excuse my French, if we gonna keep saying that the power's gonna burn something down, we ain't gonna never have nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna never have nothing. So
he has a point because that's the mindset of most.
I mean, but yeah, but see, but yeah, but again, we not even on their radar. They, bro, the things that they done to us, I guarantee you, they didn't figure it out. I bet you they did the mathematics. They know about the time.
Yeah, they did the mathematics. It's called social media. They know what y'all think.
They didn't did the math on the time that it'd take for us to come up out of this predicament, the circumstance that we in. They didn't did the mathematics, bro. It's social engineering. You know, they did like you said. Well, ooh, I think you put social engineering. You put that in there. They know. They did the math. They in them think tanks. They figuring it out. You know. So
engineering.
So if we can sneak past them, because I believe we can sneak past. You can always sneak past. See, but here it go.
You can't
So
sneak past if you're telling your opposition what you're going to do daily. It's tough for
yeah,
you.
well, not necessarily because the right hand don't always know what the left hand doing.
Yeah, I hear that's an old saying, but how many people can actually put their phone down and not listen to anything other than an important communication? How many people scroll their phones? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's habit now.
Yeah.
How many times, even you, look at your screen time on your phone. How many times do you pick up your phone?
Oh, I don't
How
be
many
on my
times
phone.
did you have where your phone is down, face down?
I don't be on my phone that much. So the most I be on my phone.
I'm not putting you on the crucifixion.
I know, bro. But I'm just saying, like me, I'm not one of those people that do that. Like only time I'm on my phone is like when I get on this show, and other than that, or if somebody calling me,
No, but not you. Take a picture. Just look at people around you. It's tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. When man, bro. When I used to get on the bus, bro. If you look around you, bro, everybody, there's no person looking, bro. Everybody's head down, and when I say everybody, as even the people standing up, everyone's head.
Bro, I have to say this. Think about this. If you was like, we play a lot of video games. You play GTA, right? So imagine you did something wrong to somebody, and everybody's heads down all of a sudden, right? So that's no stars, right, in the game, right? I was painting a picture for you. And then you happen to slap somebody while you in transit somewhere. And then you hear this like Metal Gear Solid type sound, like boot. And it's like everybody's looking at you, your head's not looking down on them. That's how bad it's got propaganda. Like dude, it's rough.
Yeah. But and then even if you get the good communications, it's still monitored and facilitated by somebody that could possibly be infiltrate or get to the things that you need to get to. But even with that, bro, it ain't even about that because I ain't trying to be. I just want to be able to sustain ourselves. I ain't looking to take over. I ain't looking to overthrow. Once we can gain some sustainability and accountability, man, see, but here it goes. See, but then that's when the jealousy come in because that's why they bombed Oklahoma, because I don't know if a lot of people know this. United States was actually into some debt.
You getting back to Tulsa or something?
Yeah, they was into some debt in Tulsa. That community bailed them out of that debt, and right after that, you know what they did?
They bombed them.
They bombed. I'm not laughing, but
thank you very much.
Because I know what Reno's talking about. Don't get me wrong, because I know what y'all saying. I know this. Anything good that we didn't try. Look at the Black Panther Party. They tried to tear that down.
Big Brother. That's a 1984 reference. Look, check out Reno.
So
well read.
I just watched Shirley Chisholm. It was all right. And I'm not saying it can't be done, but what I am saying is Big Brother is always watching and calculate. Most definitely, brother. You ain't here. All right, we know that. You heard what I said. They didn't calculate. They already didn't calculate at the time. Master Teacher and Professor Remo and Brother P Mac. They already didn't calculate at the time that it would take for us. They knew how long we would keep this fear. You know what I'm saying? They knew how long we would keep this fear and not want to attach ourselves to.
What you're talking about. It's kind of like a chess game.
Yeah, and that's where the propaganda come in. You know what I'm saying? That's where the systematic destruction of the melanated man. But again, even with all that, bro, like they say, man, if you drop a nuclear bomb, they say, we like the roach species. We gonna survive, brother.
Well, some would toy with that idea and say it's because of the melanin. I'm not sure. Radiation comes from the sun, right?
Yeah.
So there's cancer for certain people who don't have melanin. That's medically documented. So just think about it. I mean, it's nothing new under the sun in my eyes. You already know me, but radiation from the sun. Where miracles are still alive after everything we've done to this earth. When I told you I went to that laboratory, they gave me a chart of foods, and even a banana had a certain amount of radiation in it. Now imagine we're consuming these things just and we're consuming radiation into the day because Manhattan Project, Chicago, you have a whole nuclear reactor underneath University of Chicago over there, right by the Obama. Yeah. So we got radiation in it. So it's like what's next with our theories. And I'm kind of tough on it because, you know, I'm in my science realm and you in your realm, but just being real, I'm not being evil. It's just like, okay, so what next? So we're not dead yet. And if you look at the games called Fallout and whatnot, they talk about radiation, but we've been doing this for like decades. So I'm not even sure what to think about it.
What you say, Brother Pay? Say, well, let's look at the three people from Malcolm King's. We say, let's look at three people: Malcolm, King, and Evans. Well, they all did. I know. I know that much.
Good ideas.
I rock with all three. I think I like Malcolm structure a little bit more than the other two. If I had my personal pick.
He's more direct, or what? Why do you say that?
Yeah, more direct. More direct. He was more direct. Okay. Because either way it would go. Even though King was more docile, guess what? They still
was more peaceful. So
yeah, they still got him too. So, you know.
Yeah, they still got him. Okay, all right, bro.
You know, they still got him in the end too. Like,
yeah, I understand your angle now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Brother Remo say, let's create a vault.
He did a Fallout reference. Cool stuff.
Hey, we need to, and what we need to do, you know what? See, I ain't gonna say that.
That was a radiation point.
No, see, but like you said, you know, we say too much on the publications, so I ain't gonna say too much on the publication. But yeah, I'll probably text
y'all. Now they probably got 10 years of you talking to people. Now you want to stop. It's over. As I told my mom, like, stop posting what, girl, go to bed.
Yeah, but they ain't heard me say this, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep this.
You have a cell phone and an Xbox. You're dead. Just stop it.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me, government? Big brother. Oh, my bad, y'all. That was just a little.
Look at you, paranoid.
No, but yeah, man. But no, what we need to do, man, we need to make AI and tell AI to defend us. You know what I'm saying? Once we create this bulk,
that's catching you. The AI is catching everything you're doing and it's sourcing it back to somebody.
Mm-hmm. We need to see. That's why I say, man, we need to get our kids to this technology, man. Hey, and also, man, get over the fear of being any part African, man. Get over that. Let that go, bro. Man, get into y'all. Yeah, do y'all DNA, man. Do y'all genealogies. Find out where y'all from, and just reconnect. You know what I'm saying? Reconnect. Let's reconnect. That's all I ask. Just reconnect. You know, because like I say, man, that's been a major thing out here now. You know, a lot of people saying that this is Egypt over here, the Americas is the Africa. So I just want everybody to get over that fear and find out where you from. Be proud. You know, when you find out where you from, be proud. Take it in and so they hear and see all of us. You know, because they do.
I second what you're saying, bro. To cut you off, but I told you about this a long time ago. 23andMe and Dr. Tyson. I told you about him. He's an astrophysicist over in New York, planetarium. And I told you it's good to know. Like I think Ancestry.com gives you a genealogy record, but I think 23andMe, you got to do a spit sample and send that in, and it goes to a lab, and then you find out not only your genealogy, but what you're allergic to. What you can't eat, what if you have cancer in your family, maybe you should look into that so you can keep yourself together. So it's a little bit more extensive. I think they have sales where it's 20 sometimes. If you don't catch it, it's like 1,000. It sounds like
that's why I told people.
No, I did it. That's why I'm always talking about it, because I found out where my asthma stems from in my family, because it's all my family, all my brothers, we have asthma. And we had inhalers. So I was like, well, what can I do to not trigger that and then still do track and field? Because I was coming back from Switzerland when I learned about it in Switzerland, but I was like, okay, so how can I improve, the duration of my life? And I leaned on science and doing blood records, because I had good insurance being a teacher. This stuff was accurate. So I didn't just take what they said. It was like a little blueprint, but I did verify it, but it gives you a starting record. And you'd be amazed some of the dang science is actually accurate. Like it could actually help you out because I can go environments and some bros know like if it's too much smoke in here, I'm about to leave. So they'll open the door. Only reason I know that I'm not being funny because I actually looked at my records because your body's your temple and I want to make sure like a car it runs. So it's something to look into. I'm not gonna belabor it.
Right. Well, yeah, man, we need to find out where you're from, man, and be proud of it. Find out where you're from, be proud of it. Take it in, man, and support it. He said, I got lunatics, and Professor Remo said, I got lunatics in my family, so I don't want to find out.
See, that's that fear right there. Go ahead and find out how crazy you is now. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. But no, yeah, but go ahead and find out, man. Hey, I you know what? I do endorse that. That I will endorse people going to find out that. And also, along with that, do your genealogy. If you got people that's in your family, older people that's still alive, that can help you in that journey, and they got old paperwork or they got old documents that you can trace.
Yeah, that's ancestry.com. Yeah, that'll help you find those people. But the other one I said goes deeper into your blood.
Do that. Do the African ancestry. It's a couple of them that you can do, and then once you do them, do your compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that acronym for fear, man? That people be using.
Fear is what? Talking about the breakdown. I think it's false evidence appearing real. There's another one too.
False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real.
That's the one we use, but my students told me another one. I think it's like face everything and run or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, but another one we always use over the years was false evidence appears real. That's what we learned.
Yeah, false evidence appears. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what face everything and run to it, that'll be dope.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Keep running into it till you defeat it. I don't know. Some kids said that. And I was like, that's
well. We gonna make good. We gonna try to make some good sense of it. Face everything and run to it. You know what I'm saying? I know the
I on there is
fear. I know the T too, but we gonna let it out.
Trying to take my teacher cap off, but that sounded wrong. But okay.
Well, make sure you give what they said there. Make sure have them to repeat it to you.
No, that kid graduated. I'm just thinking back, but I don't even. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it sounds good though.
Well, we're gonna stick with the original definition, man. False evidence appearing real, man. That's
what we learned in martial arts.
See, and I say that a lot here on Bearded Conversation. Everything is an illusion. All this is an illusion, man. Everything you see and everything you're experiencing is an illusion.
You're right. That's why I like the other version. You remember, what was it? There's an old saying, like, I don't know if Mike Tyson said it. He said, you're going to keep getting punched till you dodge it. One of the martial arts said it. And it goes into fears. Like if you're anticipating it, you're fearful of it,
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you actually get an emotion of catching a punch every now, you don't know how to get hit with that same damn punch. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta know how not to get hit after you got hit. So the only way to learn is to get hit. But you get that fear right there, right?
So, yeah. What you say, Remo? Okay, what do you say? Fear is just an emotional response to the unknown.
Yeah, they call that fight. Okay.
He didn't get him down. Hey, one of the moderators, he said, man, he got an aunt on his father's side that would be 94 this year. Hey, so if you could talk to her, I'm pretty sure, man. But I know you probably, I ain't gonna say that. You never know, brother P Mac.
That might be an interesting discussion, though.
Yeah, you talk to her, man. You might find out and learn some things about, some things. You know what I'm saying? And then
about your bloodline.
And also, not to knock people who want to be Indians, because it's some brothers and sisters, bro, that took some tests, and they actually are 47% indigenous and 35% African. So
I think they got to do that to stay on their reservations because they get special privileges. It's like sovereignty or something, right?
Yeah, they get all that, right? And
they have to prove that. That's why I was bringing that up. They have to prove that to get certain benefits because when they put the documentation in, you're not really a citizen because reservations are for aliens, right? So your blood
and still the reservation has to accept you because you can't trace Again,
that's why you can get documentation, right?
Right, just like DNA can't tell you what tribe you from and who you're related to necessarily in Africa, is not going to tell you, who you related to or what tribe.
Mathematics is a wonderful thing. Data.
Yeah. So, but then again, that's where you get the haplotypes. That's why they compare and contrast the haplotypes and the haplogroups.
Biology 101. Here you go. Okay.
To go along with the DNA and also the genealogy. So again, it's a process. So I don't want people just to think, man, oh well, let me just go do my DNA and then you get lost. No, you have to take the steps. You have to do your genealogy. You got to do your DNA. You know what I'm saying? You gotta obtain documents, search for
you
these
gotta do the blood work to make sure it's correct. Yeah,
all that. Yeah,
that's what I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they gave me that, it was like a blueprint. Like I said earlier, it wasn't. I didn't take it. It was like, okay, this is what I am. That you hit it on a point B, and just ran with it. No, you got to take that to your doctor. Is these things true? And they're gonna be like, all right, here's these tests that I can do to prove it's true or not. You know what I mean? And it's like you taking your car into the shop. Hey, I got a quote. That's what that is. It's not the final answer. You have to do your own due diligence and research.
Professor Remo says he found out his grandmama had a close relationship with Betty Shabazz when Malcolm X family lived in Naperville. That was dope.
Wow.
Well, that's dope. She probably got some stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Lots of stories to tell. But yeah, man, we got to overcome this, man, this fear thing, man, and figure out a way to work together and come together, man. But and the first step of that is accepting. Like I say, when we get these tests and we do these genealogy and we get these records and these documents, don't be surprised at what you can find, bro. You're gonna find some European in your blood. You're gonna find some, slightly, a slight smidget of maybe indigenous or native in your blood.
Yeah,
but
we're all nuts. I get it.
Yeah, but it's a percentage. But we lean towards more of the numbers. So when you have more of a certain percentage in you, they tend to lean towards that. So you might have more African in you than anything. So we gonna tend to lean to say, well, because it's just like European. When Europeans do their DNA, they don't necessarily trace back to Africa. They trace back to Germania or Germany or places in Europe.
That's what I was about to talk about. The name Tyler, when I did mine, it wasn't just even by blood. They actually traced it by name too. That's an English name. So that Germanic thing came up in my files. And then I didn't know I was Alaskan and part Indian. Majority of it was, like you said, African. So it was kind of confusing. You're doing job employment. You know me, B. I'm like, now what do I check? I had to go by the percentages. So I did African, but I also checked other on there. So you know what I'm going with this? Like, and that always came up in the interview. I'm like, and I broke it down. Like, okay, you're hired. I'm like, okay, which part of me did you hire?
Which part of me did you hire? Oh man. Hopefully the melanated side, because that's the side that needs the job the most.
Hopefully,
yeah. Well, yeah. So it'd be like that, but I do encourage people to get out there, man, and do that and check that out, because I think that's important, bro. Like just walking through life not knowing nothing about you, because a lot of us don't know nothing about nothing.
You going back to that fear thing again, bro.
Yeah, a lot of us don't know nothing about nothing. So
what is it? Ignorance is bliss. It's a real thing.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. As long as you don't know, you living in the fantasy world, and then ain't nothing gonna knock it until you wake up and find out that knowledge. Hey, you think that's what that biting of the apple did?
That's a good parallel, man. You getting biblical now. Okay, all right, preacher.
Well, not necessarily biblical. I'm just trying to correlate the two stories, because
biting the apple. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not necessarily biblical, but that's a story that's inside a biblical publication.
Adam and Eve, yeah.
The Bible.
Okay, here we go.
They was in ignorance. They was in their fantasy land until they bit the apple. Then they woke up and realized they was in fantasy land.
You keep saying they, but I thought she bit it first.
Yeah, she did, but
go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
According to the story, and then she brought it to him. But they, that, because when I say fantasy land, they oh wow, we naked. Let's put on some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
That was after she bit the apple, though, right? She was cool being naked until she bit that apple.
Yeah, until she bit the apple. Now she
Yeah.
now she knew what was going on.
Dang snake. That dang snake.
Well, who said? Well, they said it was a serpent, not necessarily a snake. It was a serpent. A serpent could be anything.
Reptile. Okay, we doing semantics. All right, bro.
Because they said it wasn't necessarily an apple because they was in the garden with fig trees, so it could have been a fig.
Okay, Socrates.
I'm just saying. But yeah, but like moderators say, knowing your family history is vital and important. It really is, man. So y'all, man, make sure y'all do that, man. Like, because you don't want to, because guess what, Mike? When you do that, you find it links you to other people.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? You can find out. Also, it links you to people that you know, and then it links you to people that you might not know. And
yeah, but you watch that show Loki.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Notice how he's going to different time dimensions, and he was actually learning himself that he forgot.
Yeah, with the paradox, because it was different Lokis and stuff like that.
From that standpoint, it's like really cool because I met a lot of people that I didn't think I know, and at my lowest times, it's like, okay, this is who I am. It kind of is like you're going through life and you don't really think about existentialism. We talked about that too. Like, what is my purpose, right? So when you go through that phase, you're really trying to figure out who you are. I mean, and then you do this thing, and it kind of helps you figure that out a little faster. It probably can give you 10 to 20 years more lifespan than you would figuring it out on your own. I'm just doing a little bit of scientific method here, and let's try to get more lifespan by figuring it out faster than figuring it out on my own and twiddling my thumbs, you know? So
yeah, most definitely. It can give you a boost of motivation. It can give you a sense of knowing that you can overcome. You know, it could do a lot of things for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, most definitely, bro. That was some good words. Good words. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, it can pick you up, and you never know when you're gonna reach a point in your life where, you know,
you forget who you are.
Yeah, you know, and you trying to get back to that point where, you know, what is my purpose and what am I here to do, and why me and why this and things of that nature. And then, you know, you do something like this and it picks you up and you, oh man, you know, this was my so. This is my so.
Yeah, hit that thing.
Yeah, you know, hey, man, there you go. There you go with that mental health. Helps you with that mental health. Hey man, see here on Bearded Conversations, man. You see how, hey, I love these type of discussions and conversations, man, y'all. I know sometimes, you know, we be all over the place and you know, we have different topics, but you know, sometimes I like to bring it back down and discuss things that really pertain to us and that really involves us and things that, you know, sometimes we might not want to talk about, you know, because it's what's that word? What's the word? Taboo. You know,
or stigma. Very good word.
You know, yeah. So you know, sometimes we don't want to do that. That's how I was able to share my grandfather and grandfather's history. Was he says, or a blue grape. So a blue grape. No, hold on. Wait a minute. No. Hold on. Oh, okay. He said, knowing your family history is vital important. That's how I was able to share my grandfather's and grandmother's history. Okay. Yeah. Most definitely, man. Get with them peoples, and also encourage. So when you do your genealogy, also encourage those people who telling the stories, encourage them to get DNA tests done as well, because sometimes, you know, we have what we call what we call oral history, where we
good point.
You know, we have what we call
our orators of the family. Like I sat down with an uncle I did not know, and he could not, I think, I want to say it because it's shaming, but not really. He could orate, but he was always known for the fact he couldn't read. But the man's math was almost immaculate. So I'm saying that you will see some things about yourself. And he did it with like one eye. You know, it was crazy. So you'll be amazed at what you find. And to just live your life and not knowing there's people like that come from your bloodline. Yeah, I think that's a disservice to yourself. So you might want to check it out. It is very inspiring.
And if they old enough and well enough, like I was saying, man, do they DNA too? Because like I said, we got oral. I forgot what it's called.
It's an orator, right?
No, but in Africa it's called something else. I forgot what it's called. They call it
oratorial teacher or something.
I forgot the word, bro, but it's got something like that. But But anyway, get them to do the DNA, because they giving you genealogy. They giving you oral history that's been passed down, maybe through documents or through stories that they have seen or stories that they've been told.
You talking about mouth to ear, I think.
Yeah. But it's a word for that. They have people. Yeah, they got people. I forgot what it's called, but they got people that do that. In tribes and stuff like that. But when I get the name out,
tribes, I know what you're getting at.
I'll most definitely get back and let y'all know what that word is. But yeah, make sure you get their DNA, because guess what? Even though they might have an oral history and they may have documents of genealogy, a lot of things have been forged and fake. If they get their DNA done, you never know what they'll find. You know what I'm saying?
I think those are like elders or something almost.
Yeah, they're the elders, but I forgot what it's called. Yeah. You say, brother P Mac say, I love my older people because they have so much knowledge. Yeah, some of them, well, all of them do, but whether they want to give it to you or not is another thing, because some old people can be cranky.
Yeah, we used to run into that on the old days, man. Remember, they used to say, if I don't want to teach it to you, I'm not going to teach it to you. And there's many books in this room, but you don't know which ones to read. I was hard-headed, though, so I go find somebody who tell me the answer. But some of them old dudes, and the old gals, you don't talk to them the right way. They'll try to
Yeah. Even if you think you're being respectful, and then we always talk about communication. All that learning to read a room and learning to read people, man. If I'm coming seeking knowledge, sometimes in some cases I'm being respectful. And some people just have a different way of wanting their respect. You know what I'm saying? Especially the older generation that done been through things. What you think that might not be disrespect is disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
So we do need to be careful. You say not the damn foolie. What? Huh? What you talking about? He say not the damn foolie. What you talking about, brother P Mac?
Yeah, I'm reading it. I read it twice. Like, what?
Professor Remo say my uncle is the family historian. Yeah, go tell him to take a DNA test. See,
that's pretty cool though, Remo. My dad was the historian in my family. There's an old saying that says when an elder dies, I think it's a wealth of knowledge follows, or a tree of knowledge falls, or something like that.
You talking about? Is he a lunatic? Who are you talking about? Is he a lunatic? Oh, a blue grape. And Professor Remo, what's blue grape? Is that another platform for the DNA thing? And I think Brother Preston talked.
Yeah, I was like, what is blue grape? Because he had 3 dots, and I was like, what?
You say never heard of, what he say? He say never heard of an African mullet. You learn something. He said instead of instead of the apple she bit. Okay. Oh, okay. It said okay.
Oh, okay.
Blue grape. Okay.
Light bulb. Okay.
Yeah. You say light bulb, yeah. Eureka. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so
Eureka, good one.
Yeah, Eureka. But yeah, man. But talking to old people, like I say, man, we got to know how to approach them. And sometimes, even if they think you're being disrespectful, just check it. Just change your tone down, be a lot more humble, and get that knowledge. Sometimes
change the subject.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta stick through it to get that knowledge sometime, bro. You most definitely gotta stick through to get that knowledge sometime. It's a brother in the back chat by the name of Dirkson. Dirkson, you gotta turn on your camera, brother. You want to join the conversation.
Sir, what's up with you? I don't know.
You gotta turn on your camera, brother Dirkson, to join the chat. Gotta turn on your camera. I got to see who you are, brother. If I can't see you, you can't join the conversation. Let me see.
Yeah,
I see you with
too many people catfishing. Oh, you're 19. Oh Lord. Yeah, you be getting a young audience, huh?
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what he want. I might have to. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What's
What's
going
up?
on, brother? How you doing, brother?
Good.
What's going on with you tonight?
Fine.
What brings you here to be the conversation, my young man? What brings you here to be the conversation?
Yeah. Anything. Like, I don't know.
You don't know. All right, well, I'm finna go ahead with the broadcast, brother. I appreciate you for tuning in, for tuning in, for tuning in. Okay, yeah, man. He just tuning
Okay.
in. Yeah, I don't think he I ain't wanna, be too, what I'm saying, just get rid of him real quick so
No,
we
you
ain't got
did that real good. He's
right.
probably just curious. Now, what did he say, Remo?
My uncle showed me an exhibit in the Dissolve Museum that had my grandfather's picture with the Tuskegee Airmen.
See, that's going into genetics again. The Tuskegee Airmen. What was it, syphilis?
Oh yeah. With the experiments that they did. But yeah, but
See,
beyond the
this is getting
negative,
tricky, man.
but beyond that, his grandfather was, but that's doing genealogy. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
That's
what it's getting tricky here because he
yeah.
brought up another good point. I brought up Henrietta, and then he brings up
hmm
Tuskegee. I'm like, oh Lord.
hmm See, that's part of the genealogy process. He seen the picture with his father with the Tuskegee Airmen. Was he an actual Tuskegee Airman or was he just took a picture with him? I'm not being funny. I just don't know.
No, that's a valid question. I'm just like, but I'm just saying it does tie into what you was discussing earlier. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, man, you learn a lot of things, man. Once we get to poking and priming and we get to talking to the right people, and like I say, man, listen, y'all, get with these elders, man. And like I say, sometimes, listen, when you at your job and your boss getting on your nerve, you want your job, don't you? Guess what you do?
You gotta pay your bills.
Right. If you need that information and you need that knowledge and you know that this person can give it to you, sometimes it's ain't nothing wrong with, what I'm saying, sucking some things up. Pause. My bad. Pause.
No, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you said it a different way. You got to say pause, but I'll say it like
Yeah.
this. There's two ways to say it, and they're in quotes. One is you get more with honey than vinegar, and then
Mm-hmm.
secondly, when you're dealing with the elders, sometimes you have to learn how to code switch. That's actually a quote somebody gave me because you're trying to get something in exchange. It sounds like a bit of a sacrifice, but what my dad always say, sometimes you gotta take call or whatever. You gotta take stuff to get what you want. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think the generation is used to that. It's usually, hey, I'm just gonna tell you what's on my mind. A lot of times it's just don't say nothing at all. And that's a sacrifice in itself. You might
Yeah.
get a bigger reward because even though you think you acquiescing, you actually save yourself for another battle that might be bigger.
And then you know what I learned? A lot of times, like when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I might have had the same problems that some of the youth today have. Maybe not as whew, but we probably did some of the same things that they did. Not all of the
Oh,
things,
we
but
did.
maybe
Well, I did.
but
I'm sorry.
but but as we got older, we realized, okay, well, that's what she was talking about, or that's what my father was talking about, or that's what they were talking about.
That's
I
what I
don't
was
get
getting at.
I don't get that from this generation. I don't think they get, oh, that's what he was talking about, or oh, that's what she meant. Oh, that's what he meant. They don't be having those epiphanies. That light bulb don't be
You're
going off like
circling
it's
back to
doing.
your original discussion, sir. You circling back. We talked about this earlier with the propaganda, the housing systems. There is no reinforcement of these traditional ideas. So you talking like a dinosaur. I hate to say it to you like that because I always say it to myself when I'm at work. You're talking like a dinosaur. These
We
things
don't
are
have
not enforced.
we don't have no orators in the family who know stories about, because we don't even have family reunions no more.
Oh wow, he got back to the point. How many of
So
us
it's
actually like being in the same environment with each other? It's kind of weird.
right.
So I'm just trying to give you solutions to the question you asked. How do we get this together? But yeah, it's tough.
My great grandfather on my mom's side was a Harlem Hellfighter in World War One. Okay, Professor Remo. All right,
That's history.
yeah, I see you, Professor Remo. Man, I couldn't. Hey, and what's sad, bro? Like I said before I started, I got family members who done did it, but I haven't did it yet. But with me, it's quite costly for the one that I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna eventually get it, but it's quite costly for the one that I want. I want that
Probably a very
expensive
good
one.
investment
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, I want that extensive package. You know what I'm saying? That extensive package that it breaks down the haplogroups. It breaks down, the people you related to. It gives you first, second, third, man, yeah, that extensive
It's gonna be
package.
something you could teach your children about how they come up. So that's pretty good stuff.
So, yeah, I'm gonna, and I might, well, no, they're gonna have to get some jobs and do that themselves. Cause, hey,
No, I didn't say that. I said you explain, brother. Dang, you're going too far.
yeah, because it could be quiet.
Mine was kind of expensive. I had to do a double check. You know me. Gave me that stuff, and I was like, all right, this might be some scam. Yeah, actually, I was like, oh, okay.
Everybody, man, even the other man, my Pete Mac got his. Hey man, y'all making me. Hey, I feel like I need to get on the ball. Yeah, I got it, man. I'm looking like, man, I need to get on the ball. So I have one picture of my grandfather, who was supposedly a full-blooded Cherokee Indian who migrated here from Louisiana. But from Louisiana, how he got to Louisiana and where he came from before then, we don't know. We don't know his mother or his father. He met my grandmother, who was Creole. She wasn't originally from here, but he met her here. We don't know nothing about her mother or her father. So that's as far as I can. I don't know if, and my father's not here anymore. Um, the oldest uncle that I have is not here. Well, he's not in Illinois. My oldest auntie is, but she has dementia, so a lot of I couldn't get information out of her. So I would probably have to do a lot of record digging. Of course, getting into like I say, the DNA. I would probably have to do a lot of record digging, and on the 23andMe and finding relatives and seeing if those relatives knew about this person or that person. So that would probably be a timely process, because again, like that's the only place I know where I could probably start. And then I don't even know if the older people, if I was able, like I said, well, I know my auntie I can't, but my uncle, I don't even know if he knows anything else outside of, what I'm saying, his brothers and sisters, as far as the grandmothers and grandfather, my mother's or fathers, or my grandmother or grandfather's father would be my uncle's grandmother or grandfather. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. But I don't even know if they know. So, but yeah, but like Preston said, it is worth getting into.
It's probably that oratorial teacher in the family that told them what it is, but no one actually did the lab work. That's the point I'm making. Like, yeah, we have orators in our family. I enjoyed that when I was younger, but as I got overseas and passport, and I wanted to start seeing how related are these people to me? Is that really my uncle, or is that just somebody my mom? So that's where I'm at with, like, I really wanted to know, and then knowing that I spit into a vial. Some people can get blood samples, which is faster because you can get more genealogy from a blood sample than spit sample. And that type of knowledge. I don't know if you're aware, but you got me started on Freemason. I wasn't gonna mess with it a long time ago. While you be messing around, yeah, go do your thing.
We're gonna talk about somebody. Listen, people, I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, okay, all right. He's gonna do that, but seriously. That forced me to investigate I did my ancestry.com you talking about. And that led me to find out how many 33rds were in my family that I did not know about. So that's what's got me here. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm gonna leave this alone because I see what you're doing. But I'm just saying, it's serious. It's really serious.
Yeah, but you're right, though. You're right, most definitely. You're right, definitely. But the Professor Remo said, he came as a result of the Louisiana Purchase. 9 times out of 10, you were probably Seminole. No, because he didn't come from Louisiana. He came from somewhere else. We know about him we don't know where he came from. We just know about his life starting at 13 in Louisiana. All they know is he got on a box truck train. They don't know where he came from. or where he traveled from. They just know he traveled to Louisiana and got there when he was 13. So he didn't come there through that purchase. So his people probably did. I don't know. See, that's why I say a lot of people say that, a lot of us come from the Virginias or South Carolinas. And it's a couple of groups like the Chickasaw and it's another group that's in Virginia. That's closely related to the primary five Native American groups. If you know what I'm saying. And again, the only reason those is why is because we were took as slaves and we interbred and intermixed, and they slept with us and did whatever they wanted to do. So nine times out of 10, that's why. Because if again I said, like when the tectonic plate shifted, brother Master teaching, the word was a Pangea. Wherever, like I said, this is my theory. Wherever you were when them plates shifted, that's where you stayed and developed and evolved at, right?
Yes, you're right. Geographically, yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you intermingle with the other groups of people that were close by you. That just means you was right there when the tectonic plate shifted. Because there are tribes in Africa, there are tribes in other places, even Germanic tribes, even with the Vikings. There are that don't intermix. They just tribes. They allies, but sometimes they don't necessarily always intermix. If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but there's you're partially right, because got a little bit of pushback. I don't want you to cuss me out. But you're partially right, because you said they just intermix. But it's also, going back to biology, what was most dominant in those regions? You have dominant and recessive. So what was the weaker religion, I would ask, versus the dominant religion in that sector? And that does shape culture in terms of, it wasn't just, the plate shifted. But if you look at like a track record of religions across the geography, that shapes your propaganda. We back to this again. Social engineering from whatever, denomination. And we got problems still, right? So we just played musical chairs with the plates, right, bro? And mofos, what if they was on this plate over here, this Christianity, and they got shifted to this plate over here, which is Islam, and how'd that work out? We already know the Crusades, right? So I'm just saying, we got to look at all these things, and it sounds good, but we have these little pockets of, disagreements, even in our own culture. Right. You have some Black people don't eat pork for whatever reason. That's cool. You automatically think, oh, you must be Muslim. You get mad because I call you Muslim. How are we going to get over this? You see where I'm going? Like, no, I just respect your religion, right? Like, why are you mad? This is the biggest hurdle I think everybody's talking about. I'm going to be quiet for a second.
No, you're right. But some people probably just don't eat pork because they don't eat pork, But a lot of people used to do me like that when I say I didn't eat swine. Oh, brother, you a Muslim? And a lot of people say, I carry myself as such, as an Islamic brother, and I used to tell people, I have to always tell people, no, I'm not Muslim. Then I have to remind people that you can't be that ignorant. I don't necessarily use those words, but I'm talking to the people tonight and you as well. So, but I don't necessarily say it in these words, but I have to often remind people that you can't be that ignorant. You claim you read a book and you claim you support and you for a source that you don't even pick up and open up and read into it, because the Bible as well tells you not to eat a swine or the animals that eat of the cud, as well as the Islamic culture. You see what I'm saying? And the Islamic culture doesn't necessarily say that you shouldn't eat the pig. It just lets you know and identify the pig as a nasty, filthy animal. Whereas that's what's in the Quran. Now, when you get to the Holy Bible gives the specifications of what you can and what you shouldn't put inside of your body, and they specify that you shouldn't put the swine inside of your body. And in the Quran, they just identify the pig or the hog as being one of the unclean animals, but it doesn't necessarily say that you shouldn't ingest it.
You know what? I like your answer. You triggered me. I want to just play devil's advocate. Can I?
Go ahead.
So, what are your thoughts on people who have no care for what you said, like atheists or non-believers? What are your thoughts on that? Should they be condemned?
No. Everybody's individuality and spirituality or belief system, via whether it's nothing or via whether it's a fairy tale, that's on them. Because I would be classified as an atheist in some instances. You know what I'm saying? real talk. You know,
you just
and
spent the whole Bible. You said you will be what?
Yeah, just because but see, just because I spit the whole Bible don't mean that just means I'm a well-read, well-informed individual. I could spit the Quran too. I know the Quran. I know some surahs. You know what I'm saying in the Quran, and I speak. Well, I don't speak it anymore. I was at one point in time. I was almost there with the Arabic, but I kind of fell off, and the Chinese, but I kind of fell off. And since I don't do it no more, it's like,
don't feel bad. I fell off on my French and my Arabic, so yeah.
It's like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? I kind of fell off, but yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
and then that's why and when I was reading the Quran, that's why I was understanding it a little bit better because I was learning the language, and that's what kind of got me turned off from it, but still learned it. Was
But
still,
you still like riding the bike, bro. You still gonna like every now and then I be like picking up some stuff from a store, and they say something, be like, "That was a nice joke," like because I heard it. So it's like riding a bike. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, so but they shouldn't be condemned because they're atheists. They shouldn't be condemned because they got a different ideology or different conceptual understanding about the universe and how life works. You know what I'm saying? No, they shouldn't be condemned. And what's
you're
wrong?
Agreeing with the Quran, though, right?
I mean, that's
they're called infidels in that book.
Yeah, and also the koi. They're called infidels and koi.
And what do they do with those?
Yeah, they supposed to kill them because everybody in the end is supposed to convert.
I'm saying you disagree with what it says you should do, and that's what
but I'm not. I'm not. Quranic,
no, I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying how complex.
So or Christian, but again with that, again that's we shouldn't be condemning. We should be understanding because guess what? What if in the end, bro, everybody wrong? And nobody knew, and didn't nobody knew what the hell was going on. And,
you just gave an atheistic argument. You know that, right?
You know what I'm saying? What if we all wrong? Who knows what the hell's gonna happen and who knows what's gonna go on? And to that day, and guess what? A lot of us ain't gonna be around for that day to find out. Oh, unless that magic man out the sky wake you up.
But who knows? Your question. Here we go again.
And so then we get people like I tell a lot of people to check out Billy Carson's. Hold on, he said, "What does a Muslim say when they stub their toe?" Allah, damn it, huh? That wasn't funny, man. That was kind of
he wrong for that one.
Yeah. But then that wasn't even hold on. Let me get him one of these. G. Hold on. Let me get him. You got to get this.
Dude, I almost fell off my chair. I got it, but I was like, you bogus stuff.
No, you got to get the crickets for that one, man. You got to get the crickets for that one, man. You got to come with one better, man. Come on, man. You look. You trying to achieve this on the joke. You know what I'm saying? We want to hit you with one of them, man. We don't want the crickets, man.
I got him. He probably said, "Well, you hit your toe on the bed rail." Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, but he said, "I don't need your support." Oh, come on, don't be like that, big bro, for the show. Bringing up the real Professor Remo. Don't be like that, man. But yeah, man, bro, but that wasn't, you know what? It wasn't necessarily a atheistic. I would say I would say I came more from an agnostic point of view.
Boy, that's like 50%. Let me shut up.
Well, I mean, see,
you just messed me up. You just said the same damn thing, but 50%. Would you dial down?
Because it ain't all atheists. Because even atheists don't even think they're agnostic. Because because agnosticism Gnosticism still leaves a chance for optimism.
Here we go. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Atheists don't leave no chance for none of that.
You going back in time with me. You know my thoughts on that. All right, so this is the partial reason why most people are scared of scientists. This is what you're going down. It's like a slippery slope. And they know that most scientists that are good at what they do are pretty much anywhere from 50% to 100% atheists. Agnosticism, yes, I supported it back in the day. That's what you're getting at. But when you get to the bare minimum, you're starting to cut off was the humanistic side. That's another form of atheism. Humanists. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Right. They're supposed to focus on finding the universality of things. So it's kind of like this X-Men thing going on over there. Same thing's going over here in religion. You still on that flavor of the cycle because it's all one circle of ideologies. Everybody's fighting each other with their ideas, and it's not good. Did you bring a good point? There was a religious philosopher. I was watching it, and he was talking about how in the Bible states certain areas where it's okay to kill a child. I'll look it up for you, but
I know
some of the stuff is kind of like what's the other one? Drink the Kool-Aid, right? What happened when they drank that Kool-Aid? It didn't turn out too well. So maybe I'm with you on that 50% side of agnostic. That's where you're at. But if you dial it down, people still look at me like, well, that means you this. No, it just means I'm looking at you and I just want to stay alive. And I'm just looking at you. That's it.
Right. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? You might be right. I never thought
about with your games and what you like. I'm just looking at you. Leave me alone.
Professor Remo say atheism is arrogance.
Here we go. I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole. Brought to you by Wild Ass Wednesdays.
Wild Ass Wednesday. Wild Ass Wacky Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Atheism is arrogance. Could you consider? I mean, I guess you could. I mean, in one's opinion, I guess you could consider atheism being arrogance. But why arrogance? I mean, if I believe that nothing exists and there's no proof scientifically, spiritually, or religiously that you can show me, I'm not saying that I'm a full-blown atheist or that I partake in any atheistic activities.
No, I'm not either. I just want to let that be known. I got friends.
Yo, what's going on, brother Walter Thomas? So we got a Muslim brother that just joined the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a Muslim brother that just joined the chat. Yeah. So, but I don't believe necessarily that atheism is arrogance. It's just they accept the fact of I don't know, and I'm not trying to know. So whatever happens, happens. If I see it, okay, cool. I'm still not accepting it if I see it because I already believe, because I got a belief already that, you know what I'm saying? It's already in my mind that this is not going to happen. So when it happens, oh, well, it happens and I'm just going to keep moving, whether I'm dead or alive. Just like yesterday when I played the thing from Billy Carson, that's what I wanted to talk about before we get up out of here. How he said that, we encompass inside of this body and when we come out, we actually sleep. So you missed that, bro. Yesterday I played an excerpt from Billy Carson's where he was saying that we were asleep inside of this physical body.
I just heard you. I was up north. Yeah,
when we come outside of this body, we actually wake up and we realize our realities and we see what's going on. So matter of fact, let me see. Let me see if it'll play. I think I got it queued up.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Let me see if I can get it to play here. Let me see if I can get it to play.
Coming up on your 2-hour mark.
Hey, it was already right there, bro. Oh, well, I guess because, I was playing it yesterday, so I guess it would, huh? But, bam, go here. Oh, man, I like all these little gadgets and gadgets that I got going on now, man. It's kind of fun. Oh, here we go, right here.
Ceases to exist and work and it releases your spiritual energy, you reconnect with your higher self in a higher dimension and you begin to see things for what they really, really are. Like the ancients say, the ancient aboriginals that I sat with in Australia, this is sleepy time. In other words, this is an illusion. This is a dream world. And that the real world exists when you die. We're just waiting to wake up. Avatar body.
Did you hear what he said?
You get into reincarnation and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Oh, he said we in the dream world and we don't we don't wake up until we actually die. So he's saying we sleep right now.
Third degree.
So even with Billy Carson's, because he's a world-renowned individual who's known for he's a linguist as well as other things, and he's known for deciphering ancient languages off tablets and stuff like that. Such things as the Emerald tablets and things of that nature. So what I'm saying, man, I keep telling people to check him out, man. Go check that man out. What they say? K Gotti, the drummer, AK Dose. He say, "My boy, what's good? I'm here. What's going on with you? What's going on? What's
You
going
said
on?"
Emerald tablets be good. You know, your boy Manly P. Hall talks about those a lot too. And you know, the book, I think it was the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They talk about those.
Mhm. Well, you know, that's the that's the propagandic name for it. It's actually got a I forgot what it's called. It's the Codex, but it's something else. And then, you know, we just call it the Book of the Dead because they don't understand what it is. K Gotti in the building. K Gotti is in the building, man. He say, "My boy, what's good? I'm here, man." Hey, man, everybody that's in the building, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Thumb up that video, man. Let me see y'all press that like button, man. Everybody mash that like button, mash down on it hard as you can until you can't mash no more. Hey, let me do this, man, because I got like I only got 5 likes. And I got 8 people in the building, man. I need 2 more likes, man. Come on, let me at least get the 8 likes because I got 8 people in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey, first and foremost, man, I want to give a big shout out to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Hey, and also big ups to some of the best moderators in the podcasting game that has the greatest conversation here on Bearded Conversation. Big ups to young boy Mario Bucks. I got to get him on the screen one of these days. Master Teacher Fox die. TLS. Hey, pro, not professor, but Preston McKenzie, aka P Mac. I gotta get you up on this screen too one day and conversate. And my big bro for sure, Professor Remo Williams, always bringing up the real. He didn't been on. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get P Mac on and I gotta get Young Bull on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get up here and get into these good conversations and discussions too. Y'all always got good things in the chat, man. They always put great things in the chat. Hey, but with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight in this conversation, man. It's always a great discussion, great discourse, you know what I'm saying, with you master teacher. And as well with my moderators, man. My moderators always put good things in the chat. That's why I want y'all to come on, especially you, Brother Presley, because I know you got a wealth of knowledge, brother. You're always putting it in the chat. Come on and give it to us. Come on and give it to us. They say your life passes before your eyes before you die. So it's reasonable to surmise that we all are in our final moments right now. Well, not
They
necessarily
call
final,
it memento mori. Sorry.
yeah, but not necessarily our final moments. Um, I would say more or less like you say, we sleep. Like this body is sleep. It's just a shell. It's just a casing. Like one episode ago, remember when I was like, man, I believe that we are like we are all appendages of we are appendages of the universe. So whatever this God concept is that we have, we are his physical experiences experiencing his reality without him actually being or it without the energy actually being able to experience it. So he made us solid. You know what I'm saying? He's experiencing our touch through the things that we touch. It sounds creepy, but it's some metaphysical stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's if y'all can get off into that. That's why I say check out Billy Carson's because he heavy off into that, like with the Thoth, with the Emerald tablets. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And like, Thoth was the first scientist, man. He say Thoth actually went to the edge of the world. And this is why this is one of the things when I wanted to think, well, yeah, this is one of the sources of information where I get my the flat round earth theory, because he said once you get to the end of the world, he said you see nothing but numbers, but he says it bends. You know what I'm saying? We flat, but it bends. So that curvature on the horizon that we see, that's for real. He said it actually bends. We just don't understand numbers enough. And then, that's why I asked you, how do our eyes see? I remember when I asked you how do our eyes see and what dimension of plane that this earth is on. Like, if we really get into like the theoretical physics and we do go outside of this dimension and we are able to travel to other multiverses and look down through a telescope, it will be flat. It will be round and flat at the same time. But that's just something you I sound crazy, you know, but because I don't know the math, but I watch a lot of I listen to what you be saying, master teacher. So I'm not against science or nothing like that. And I listen to other theoretical physicists and the things that could be, or the things that's not possible, or the things that we think could be possible. Yeah, so he was like, man. So when he went to the edge of the world, and he said these things is recorded, and a lot of the things that's happening that were prophesied by these so-called prophets that we have in our Bibles, in our Qurans, in our Septuagints, in our Talmuds, in our different volumes of sacred law, it's been wrote down thousands of years before we was even got here. How it got here, I don't know. Did the Anunnaki bring it down here? The people from the Nibiru? I'm just saying, because I got followers, bro, that believe in angels and demons, but they don't believe in aliens, which is crazy because aren't those angels and demons alien? They came from out of our atmosphere, and if they was able to fall and break through our atmosphere and lay here and sleep with daughters of men and create like so like we all believe in crazy shit. Excuse my French. How is it that we can all believe in different crazy shit, but then when one person says something that might be a little bit crazier than the other, it's like, huh? Oh no, we ain't going with that. But you believe in God and the devil and angels and demons and Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, with that being said, man, master teacher, man, let you get a minute to close us out, brother, because we didn't reach our time. So go ahead and close us out with some words of encouragement and give us your little quick synopsis on today's publication, brother.
He says synopsis. He's so eloquent tonight. Oh Lord, this is a different Wednesday. It's not wacky at all. First and foremost, great conversation. You kind of caught me off guard with the fact of biology, chemistry. I was counting. I had to cut the camera off and sit back in my chair like, he going, it's a STEM night. Okay. Haploids. And I'm like, okay. I had to go to Google and okay, all right, this is what we doing tonight. You're not gonna kiki kaka. You really gonna step your knee, your whole foot and knee in there in that mud. Okay. So that, kudos to that. Caught me off guard. The other point of view is, I hear you. And we since kids, since third grade, you my ace cool boom, or whatever how the kids said, you cool as hell, one of the ones I know since third grade. And no, man, just no. I'm just, I'm not with it. And you've known that about me. I need the mathematics. A lot of people, they good talkers. And no disrespect to those in the streets. You know how I feel about that. But when you sit them down and you talk to them and you're like, I approve your mathematics. You just talked about, you good at that. You talked about everything a normal person would talk about to me. And it's like no mathematics. It was a whole lot of grammar in there. And so it's like, okay, so what equation are you using? I didn't hear you say nothing about gravitational laws, gravitational lenses. These are things that, your state wants me to teach your kids. So that's my first point. Mm-hmm. Why I just don't subscribe to it, because I'm licensed. I can't even do it. But I can't even teach what you're talking about because it's talking points. What it bears down to is our African art, which is mathematics. That's why I'm a staunch, believer in science. You already knew that about me. And then going back to the bloodline, told you about that blind man that showed me some math. Dogons, we used to talk about this before telescopes. They would chart the stars in sand. Mm-hmm. Telescopes. This is for Galileo. So which side of the lens I'm on. I'm like, okay. No, it's not flat. I hear you. Some people told you something. It might be your orator in your family, and that's cool. Let's sit down and do some math together, right? We're going to end up talking about geometry, whether you like it or not, which means there's other shapes other than what you're talking about, besides flat. You have to understand how your eyes work. You got back to that point. Your eyeballs are spherical. How do I know that? Because my type of eye lens is called toradal. Yeah, see, I actually did the math because I want to keep this body together. I don't go off of hearsay. You know that about me. So I actually sit down and do the math with people, and then the math don't math, and then you mad at me. So I'll leave it there. You're touching the surface. You kind of you tricky because you kind of answered your own issue in our community. You just say that. You just want to tag me along. It's cool. I appreciate it, bro. You didn't tell me that was how I was gonna help out, but I see what you did there. That was really clever. So next time let me know that's what you're doing.
I tried to
take care, man. Great show. I'm gonna talk to you offline. Man. That was interesting. That was clever. You just led me back to his points all this night. Okay, all right. I just got used. All right, y'all have a good evening. Thank you again, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, man. Hey man, it's I ain't use my brother, man. Don't let that man tell y'all I used him. Hey man, thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. Another beautiful intellectual academic discourse between I don't want to say average, but between, like-minded, rounded, well-versed, melanated brothers and sisters that took the time out to join and watch the publication, and those that tuned into the chat. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. These are some of the things that or conversations that we need to bring to the forefront, I mean, and address and try to find some solutions. Accept the problems that we have, and first identify. Once we identify the problems, we need to accept the problems. Once we accept the problems, then we can find ways to work on how to fix. So with that being said, man, like I tell y'all every night, man, here on Bearded Conversation, we love y'all. Without y'all, won't be no us. um Grand rising to my overseas brothers and sisters, and good evening to all my melanated brothers and sisters here in the States. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hey, man, don't forget to follow your boys, man. Me, Beer Genghis Khan, your boy L Boogie and Roscoe on all social media platforms. That's Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And when you get to the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. And support your boy, man. Hit that Cash App. $ Bearded Bucks. That's $ Bearded Bucks. One more time, $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. And don't forget, mark the date on your calendar, 8/21/24. Bearded Conversation will be throwing its first youth event / back to school rally. I will be giving away 40 book bags with school supplies inside of them. So, man, make sure y'all hit that Cash App and help your boy, you know what I'm saying? Support the youth, support the kids, support the community. 8/21/24. With that being said, man, good night, my beautiful people. Good night, my beautiful people. Good night, my beautiful people. Good morning. My bad. I'm sorry. No, good morning. Grand Rising. My overseas brothers and sisters, Grand Rising. My overseas brothers and sisters, Grand Rising. And with that being said, I'm going to give my beautiful people, one more time, my beautiful people, they theme music. And we out of here. And we out of here. What theme music? Any, mini, mighty, mo. What theme music shall I? That's what. Yo, thank y'all for joining me, man, in another successful episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Hey, first and foremost, like I say, man, I appreciate all my followers, all my fans, all my viewers, all my subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Share the content. Don't forget to share the content. Share it with your coworkers. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Share it with everybody. And also, man, I always put the link in the chat. So anybody want to come in and have this, you know what I'm saying, intellectual academia discourse, or if you just need a platform to vent and you need some ears, man, come on, Bearded Conversation and let me know what's going on. Or if you got something you're trying to push and promote, you need to get interviewed and you need the people to see it, hey, man, come up here on Bearded Conversation and we'll be happy to get it out to you, man. Most definitely. Hey, hit the description and the link. You can get the Cash App. You can get the email. If you want to get the email and you too lazy to hit the description, man, it's beardgenghis@gmail.com. That's beardgenghis@gmail.com. You see the Beard Genghis Khan right there on the screen. Just add a Gmail, and a .com. Hit your boy up. Hey, man. Also, big ups to all my moderators tonight, man. Big ups to Master Teacher Fox Dye in the building. Big ups to Preston McKenzie in the building, aka P Mac. And big ups to my big bro bringing up the real for show, Professor Remo Millions in the building, man. Hey, shout out to Brother TLS who wasn't able to join us tonight, but big ups to Brother TLS. Big ups to young boy Maya Bucks who wasn't able to join us tonight. And also, big ups to GG Gaming Palace, our first female moderator here on Bearded Conversations, man. Big ups to all y'all, man. I love all y'all. Shout out to all my little ones, man. Hey, AJ, you know I love you. Imani out there in college, and all my other ones, man, that I got out here in my family out there in TV land. I love y'all, my Beardonians. And with that being said, those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway. Hey, man, every Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11, same black time, same black channel. And we out.
Man, if you don't get that bullshit out of here,